Wade Allen Heineman, January 30th, 2024. Was sleeping between 3 and 4 a.m. to about 8:30 a.m. today. Half mile north of Fairbank, Iowa on V68 west side of the road, the mobile home. This will be posted on audio only on youtube.com/ at I am Wade Heineman. That's IAM at symbol IAM WADEHEINEMAN only. Posted on there. X.com / WADES2ND is where I've been posting. Again, and my other account is X.com / Wade. Yes. The things that I say about the cam models when I know there are jets where women are trafficked on and made to stay on the jets. But again, I always err on the side of trying to help out women in that situation. If that woman is not, if the cam model is not in that situation, which I visited her again last night, early this morning, and it didn't seem like she was on a jet, but she may still be being held by people because they come in, and you can tell by the way they react sometimes if there's someone that is controlling them or not, and she seems to be like she's being controlled by someone. And I know it's difficult to like I said, that once I think that they're in that position, I try to read them as best I can, and if I'm still attracted to her, so and she's alone too, so if that's the case, so I try to go by what she says, and how she acts, and so that I'm not offending her if she's in that position. So it's difficult when you think someone might be being trafficked. You don't know for sure. So I'm trying to err on the side of caution, but at the same time, since I don't know, because I don't log in there, I don't have any back and forth communication other than what you do when you go in there, free chat, not logged in, and she sees what I type, but they don't. The people in the room, the general room, don't see what I type, but it's difficult because there's always someone staging lies, whether it's someone inside, that is controlling her and has access to her things, and then they manipulate the situation by making it look like I'm typing things that I'm not typing. That's the difficult. It's in my situation. It's always difficult because not everybody, but certain people always know where I'm at online, and whether that's a criminal entity or a government entity, I don't know, or a corporate entity, but they could stage lies because of that, because they know where I am constantly online in my home, doing nothing wrong. I've done nothing wrong. I've done nothing illegal. Going to flirtforfree.com and interacting with the adult females on there is not illegal. So that's and I've been very much isolated for since 2017, over 6 years, almost 7 years now. Very much so, because I don't go to my parents' house. I never stay there. I go there for an hour at a time, and I rarely go there anymore because I don't have a running vehicle since June 10th of 2023. So once again, I try to, if I think a woman might be being trafficked, I start being a lot more cautious about what I say. But if she says something, somewhat sexual or risque, then I'll, respond in the way I normally respond, which isn't uh, it isn't usually explicit unless she says something like that level, and then I might say something at the same level or something like that if they're being trafficked for sure. I used to be more explanatory about what I would do in the chat rooms like from 2012 on. But since people are following me around the internet and the women know who I am, either they know who I am or they think I'm one of the frauds. That's the issue with going into their rooms too. I have to identify myself because the frauds try and make it seem like I'm somebody else, like I'm a female or I'm transgender or I'm some other guy. So then I can't be anonymous when I go anywhere. Either I have to identify myself or they know who I am. And then people will stage lies around that once I go into the room. And you'll probably never know if it's me typing something or someone else because of how much attention they try to give to manipulate me digitally to try and make it seem like I'm doing something that I'm not doing, or or that someone else is me, or I mean that's what they do constantly, whether it's a criminal organization or a government organization of some kind. I don't know. I just know it's been happening constantly. I don't have any privacy in my home. I don't have any privacy online, which is not constitutional. Um, and Privacy is the only sacred thing we have, and when you take that away, you allow people that have the power to look at you in your home or online and give them the power to manipulate everything about you because they know where you're at constantly. They know what you're doing, so they can make it you look like you're doing things that you're not doing. And this has been going on for years and years now, which I've been trying to explain to people for years and years. Digitally, things can be manipulated any way the people that are in control of those things have. So the people that are putting out negative information about me are 95% of the time, it's not the right information. It's incorrect, or it's like 20 times over exaggerated. Like my weight, like I'll eat and then they'll say I'm pregnant or I'm like hugely obese just after I eat. I tend to eat like one meal a day, so I'll eat quite a bit when I eat. And then that's just my pattern because that's really the way I'm the healthiest if I eat like one meal a day and a large meal, one meal a day. That's just how I'm more healthy than when I'm not. Um, but that kind of thing, like they'll just hugely or over exaggerate something like that, or after because I'm alone for 9 years, no sexual partner, release my hormones, semen, the natural way a guy would if he doesn't have a sexual partner, and then they'll say I'm a female, so they must be monitoring my biometrics somehow with nanotechnology. If that's the case, that'd be the only way that they would try every time that happens, that they're trying to say I'm female in some way because I'm releasing that hormone than the way that a guy would when he doesn't have a woman for 9 years. And would never address these subjects. I would never address any of these sexual subjects. The size of my penis, that it's 8 to 9 inches when it's erect, that I don't have erectile dysfunction, that I haven't been with a woman for 9 years. So there's no way you would know if I would have erectile dysfunction when I haven't been with a woman for 9 years. But I don't. um, and, I would never address any of these fucking subjects if people would not be surveilling me and making false judgments upon the surveillance. And they do it intentionally in a lot of cases, I believe, because they wouldn't be 95% wrong otherwise. They might be wrong. The surveillance program doesn't work. It is obviously completely misguided and harmful, but the people that installed it don't want to give it up because obviously they're gaining from it. The people that installed it, they get gain from it. It's profitable. They can control the population that way, and it's worse than the book 1984. I mean, the what I've been through in the last 10 years is worse than the book 1984. I can fully attest to that. Anyway, and that's up to this point. So in the past, as I'm saying this, it has been worse than the book 1984 for me. Wade Heinemann, still half mile north of Fairbank, Iowa, January 30th, 2024. 52 years old, green eyes, not blue eyes. Never been in the military, never been married. Not ridden a motorcycle since 1996. Not played a game of golf in over 15 years. I do have my old first set of golf clubs in the mobile home here with me. I've not played a game of golf in over 15 years. Never been a pot smoker, never been a smoker, never been into drugs. Not had any alcohol since August 6, 2022. Signing off. YouTube.com/@ IAMWADEHEINEMAN. X.com/WADES2ND. That's my only social media are my two X accounts. And then X.com/Wade yes. And then my YouTubes. YouTube.com/@ I am Wade Heinemann and YouTube.com/@ Wade yes. WADEYES.